We are here at White River Disc Golf Course in Auburn, Washington, for another kind of practice round, one off the tee. We really need to focus on putting in this one because the last one we lost a whole bunch of strokes from putting. But this is hole one. It's 275 feet. It's a par 3. The basket is right here to the left of this big pine tree in the fairway. So it's basically a dead straight 275-foot shot, maybe a slight turning the whole way. It's just lace the gap really. And we're gonna throw a proxy. The one thing I don't like about this course is there's nowhere to warm up. So hole one kind of sucks for warming up because you can only throw really, really slow discs. And if you go left or right, you're kind of like searching for a while. So didn't really get to warm up too much. So let's hope this proxy does us right. Fade a little. All right. Okay, shot. Not bad. Should save the par there. All right, we're playing the construction layout. It's the longest baskets, so it's basically the hardest course you can play out here with the new construction layout. And yeah, par on hole one. This hole is 309 feet straight down this tunnel, and then just slightly to the left. We're gonna throw the Pathfinder here, and we just gotta lace the gap, hyzer flip it, and hope we don't go right or left because it is not good there. It's not far. It looks longer than 309 feet, I'll be honest with you. Okay, so we managed to hit the tee sign on the short tee. I actually think that was a pretty good throw if I didn't hit that, but we didn't get that bad of a kick, so we'll see where we land. We're in the middle of the fairway. We're about 80 feet out from the pin, 70 feet out from the pin, something like that. We're just gonna chip a forehand up there, go for the basket. Hopefully we can make the putt if we go a little long. I don't think there's any OB here. That is an unlucky roll, and it's gonna take a better putt than I expected. We said we were gonna rely a little bit more on our putting today, and we need to. So it's a little uneven footing, maybe a 30-footer. We need to make this one. Oh. Off the basket, we'll tap that in. A bit unlucky on the last hole. We are one up now. This is hole 3, it's 368-foot par 3. It's just straight up this big, huge gap and off to the left, I think right after these trees. I'm not exactly sure where, but we're gonna throw a Tesla on just a big hyzer and try not to hit these branches or straight off the tee. And I think if we get it out there, we should get a little skip. Should be a pretty easy shot for us. Just throw it hard on hyzer. Don't skip too far. Ooh, pretty big double skip, but I think we should be right next to the pin somewhere. So if every shot was a 400-foot hyzer, we would be a world champion. But this was absolutely parked. Perfect shot for this hole. So go on to the next. All right, so I think this is one of the new holes. It says it's blue 4. It looks like it's a 430-foot double mando through these trees. And then also an island surrounded by OB where the basket is. You can see it through the gap on the right side. So we're gonna throw a Gateway Warrior at this right tree on just a little bit of hyzer. Just try to make it through the gap and give ourselves a nice sit in that landing area if we can. Get through. All right, not the best shot. Ooh, I think that just skipped into no man's land, but we'll have an upshot. At least we made the gap. So this is the bane of my existence. The 100-foot upshot. I'm super bad at these. We're gonna try a short and reach back, hyzer to control the distance. In the basket, baby. Oh my God, sick. All right, I guess I'll take the eagle. All right, just so you guys can see, this is the island. And all of the road is OB all around it. So it's pretty small. It's like maybe 25 feet across or something. And yeah, we'll take the 2. This is hole 5. I think it is 225 feet straight up this gap and then sharp right. So we need a skip here. Last hole was hole 4, by the way. So we're gonna throw a fireball on quite a bit of hyzer and just hope for the flare skip. And I think this hole's kind of hard. I remember I've played this course like twice before, and I remember it's more right than you think. So we're gonna try to give it quite a bit of hyzer and just get it there. First forehand of the day. Hope it doesn't suck. Skip. Oh, all right. So that's just an unlucky skip, but I think we can pitch up and take the par. It's a sharp right. If we would have got a nice flare skip instead of that really high one, I think we would have had the birdie look, but we're gonna try the upshot. I think I'm just gonna forehand a berg here, slide it up to the basket. A little bit of Annie, not too high, kind of nose up. Not great. Not my best berg forehand approach, but we'll take it. All right, so unlucky skip into crappy upshot equals 20 footer, but we are confident in our putting today. We're not gonna make it overcomplicated. Just put it in the basket. Whew. All right, we take the par. We really shouldn't have had to work that hard on this hole, but it's all good. This is hole 6, it's 350 feet. Hit this gap, then pan right basically the whole time and flatten out maybe 300 feet up there. Super hard shot. It's like just like a panning anhyzer kind of high, but there's just trees everywhere. So it's a little bit of luck. I'm just gonna focus on hitting this gap no matter what and hoping the disc does what I want it to do. We're throwing a crave here. Whew. I didn't hear it hit anything. So we're somewhere down there. We might be way too right, but we hit the gap. I don't know if I could throw that shot again if I tried. I actually distinctly remember the other 2 times I played this course, I parked this hole every single time and told myself, you will never throw that shot again. Every single time. And I don't know. I feel like I could not do that if I tried, but it just happens when I throw the crave on this hole. So we just got to make the putt. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. It's about 18 feet or something like that. Trust in the putt, put it through the pole. So I'm talking about birdie, baby. This is hole 7, 363 feet. It's straight down this huge gap. It's pretty much trees on both sides the whole way, and then just a little bit to the left at the very end, we're gonna throw a hyzer with the Tesla. Not too much hyzer, hopefully not too far. Just this much, like 10 degrees. Cut around those trees and try to come in right under the basket. There is some roots and stumps down there, so if you get a bad kick, you can just roll straight down in this little valley. It's basically a valley and then comes all the way back up, and the basket is about level with the tee. So we just gotta hit the gap kind of high on a little bit of hyzer. Easy shot. Oop, I clipped something and it took some speed off and it's fading too much. Okay, we hit a tree and we might have rolled for an hour. Probably not gonna be the best shot, but we put a little too much hyzer on it. We are not in the best position. We just need to pitch it up high, a little bit of hyzer with the berg. Try to get in between those 2 trees. Honestly, not the best pitch up, but I think we can make that putt. So the goal was to get in between these 2 trees. We're a little wide, but it's like 8 feet. So just tap her in. This is hole 8. It's 187 feet, super short. It's straight to the left up here. So it's like basically just throwing through a parallel forest. A lot of luck involved, it looks like. I'm gonna throw a hyzer with the Devil Hawk. Kind of high, try to hit this gap and kind of be out right so we can come in and maybe skip a bit. This looks like a hard shot. Maybe I should throw the high hyzer. I'm kind of worried that if I hit something, we'll be way far from the basket. This way, if I hit something, we're still okay, I think. We just gotta hit this gap and don't hit that first tree. Skip. Okay, I think that's parked. We skipped way too far. I think we must have hit a rock or something because it didn't come in with that much speed and it skipped about 30 long on an elevated basket. So we're gonna run it, but we're gonna kind of safe run it because elevated baskets are annoying, but let's just have confidence. Through the pole. All right, we should be able to clean that up. This is hole 9, 324 feet. This hole sucks. It is like a constant 5 foot across gap the whole way. Basket's up 300 feet and then about 20 to the left. It's just a crazy hard shot, and like, I remember this hole because it just felt like complete luck. But we're gonna try to at least hit the first gap on a bit of hyzer and just see how far we can get up there. Goal is just don't bogey. So we just need to get in pitch up range, and that starts with us hitting this gap. I am totally okay with that. We completely missed the gap, and I'm okay with it. I think we can pitch up and take the par. This hole sucks. We are one of the luckiest people in the world. I mean, I did throw it the exact right distance, and if I would have hit the gap, I actually would have been like in the basket, but that's still just a super lucky throw for missing that gap. And this hole, you kind of have to get lucky on, honestly. Like, you can throw a really good shot and just nick a tree and be 80 feet right. So we just need to make this putt. It's an uphill 15 footer. Should be no problem. Oh, that one hurts a lot. Ugh. All right, front 9 is over. This is hole 10, 297 feet up and to the left. Just hit this first gap, fade, don't go too far. This should be an easy shot, so we need to get this birdie. Throwing a pyro on a little bit of hyzer at that tree right there on the right. So a little bit of hyzer. Miss everything. Oh, we misreleased it a little bit right. This is like a 60 footer. It's gonna have to be on a little bit of anhyzer, kind of high, let it drift and S turn in there, but I'm pretty bad at these, so I would love to hit this though. So bad, Clint. Hole 11. It's 216 feet through this gap on the right there. We're gonna forehand a berg, and we're gonna try to miss all the trees. Feels a little poke and hopey, but we got this. Come on, Clint. Pick up a little bit. Not the best. We threw something slow because I didn't want to kick left or right very far. The berg's kind of squishy, so if I throw it perfect, it'll get there. But if I hit something on the way there, it should just drop and sit, which makes it so that I can kind of hedge my bets and take the par no matter what. Same disc. This feels farther than 216 feet, but probably just because my standstill forehand with the berg can't go that far. We're just gonna do a little hyzer up here. Maybe we can get in the basket again. Not too far. Not my favorite, not enough power. We're gonna straddle out. This is where we need, this is where we need our putting to come in clutch. A little bit of a hyzer. See if we can turn our hips a little bit. I think this is legal. I think we're good. Could probably actually go a little farther forward. Yeah, this is good. Got to rely on our putting a little bit. Yeah. 264 feet. This is hole, it says 10, but I think it's like 13 or something. We're going to do a high, slight ante with a proxy. Hopefully it fades out right at the end. Bit nose up because it's only 264 feet. Trying to make sure we take all of this brush out of the equation if we can at the beginning of the hole. Oh, it's awful. Kick right? Okay. We actually kicked to the basket, I think. We got a pretty good kick off. I think this tree right here kind of came through here, skidded up. We got about a 30 footer. This is where our putting comes in. I've been in a putting league. I'm trying to get better at it, guys. Doing my best. Just got to be confident. Oh, it's 421 feet, I think. Straight down this gap all the way and then left at the end. It's just a gap. Throw it hard, kind of high, flat with the volt. Yeah, we just got to hit the gap. not fade out too early. So we really got to put a little bit of power on it while being accurate. It's 2 left for sure. Hit a tree, maybe it kicked right and we got a little lucky, but I don't think we got all the way there. Probably have to take a par. All right, I look at my phone. I think this is actually 386 feet. Also, I thought it was over here. I thought we had to come left, but it looks like the better shot would have just been the exact same shot with a Tesla. Stay straight for longer. I think we did kick off this tree right, which is good, but we left ourselves with about a 40 something footer. Just faded too much. Tap that one in. No clue what hole we're on. I think this is 314 feet. I can see the basket here. It's just straight and then just barely left. So I'm gonna throw it at that red arrow basically. I think this guy might have just aced. You ace? Yeah. Nice. All right, we're gonna throw a little hyzer. I noticed today I haven't been, or like lately, I haven't been trusting my disc as much flat. I've been putting everything on a little bit of hyzer because I'm worried it's gonna turn over. So we're gonna throw a little less stable disc here. Instead of the Pyro, we're gonna throw the Warrior and hope that we continue doing that. We just need to hit this gap, make it as big as possible for ourselves on a very slight hyzer, kind of high. Nice and hard. I think that might be perfect. Ooh, not the greatest kick, but we should be within like circle 1. So I think we hit this tree right here and kicked this way. So we were like legit on an ace line, but we left ourselves yet another 30 footer. But we're gonna be confident. Our putt has to come through one day, right? It's just short, Clint. I won't putt another one. Try to keep it legit. Hole 15. It's called Blood Gulch. It's 440, it says. It is crazy. It is like all the way up here, up a hill to the left. I don't even know if it's possible to get there in one shot. And I don't even know what the shot is supposed to be on this hole. So I'm gonna rip a driver on a little bit of hyzer high. Hope it flips up and gets through these trees somehow. I don't really see any other plays. I could pitch down the middle and then try to pitch up, but I'll be pitching up a hill. It just, this hole seems very hard and like weird. Not really sure what they want the shot to be. Maybe like a flexing backhand. Not sure. I'm gonna rip the crap out of this high and on hyzer and just try to hit this gap and get up there as far as I can. I could just throw a hyzer like up here. I just don't know if that's good. We're gonna do our best here. This hole seems really funky. Just don't hit the trees. Oh, we rolled down the hill. We almost hit the shelf there. That was pretty good actually. But we hit the top of the shelf and just skipped down the hill. So we'll have to pitch up the hill. I think it's a par 4, so we might be able to save the birdie.